stand on my tippy toes? I don't know. Do I look short? Should I stand closer? Maybe I should do that. Anyways, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for returning. Thank you for returning to my channel. Today's video is going to be sort of a Q&A. I got asked quite a few questions the other day and I decided, well, I might as well make it a video instead of letting my Instagram story with all of these questions and answers. So here we are today. I won't be naming names. So, you know, this is a safe space for us. I'm just gonna get to the questions and then I'm gonna get to the answers. So, first question is, what do you think of fast fashion and environment issues? That is two questions. So, fast fashion, there is definitely more the cons outweigh the pros for this one. I would say that not everyone can afford designer clothing and whatnot, so I don't have a problem with it for that reason, but I do have a problem with it because they steal a lot of up and coming designers. They steal from them a lot. They often have like illegal labor, like sweatshop type deals, and that's not fucking cool, especially because of a lot of the people they have working for them and they're paying them really low amount are my people. So I don't really fuck with that. But anywho, that's that on that. That's how I feel about fast fashion. Environmental issues. Well, currently Australia's on fire, so that's fucked up. I don't know if this meant like environmental issues with fast fashion. Not sure. I think that there's environmental issues with just about everything, but right now the entire world is in a crisis and I fucking hate it here. It's so sad. It's very depressing. It's very depressing to see pictures of koalas with their little fur all burnt and kangaroos hugging. It's just awful. It's awful. It's fucking awful. Yeah, so that's how I feel about that. Way to make me cry right away. Anyways, someone wants me to talk about or show my tattoos and piercings. Share stories about them, if any. Okay, excuse me. Okay, so tattoos and piercings, I have far too many to talk about all of them. Well, the only one I have showing right now is my Playboy bunny. This was a Friday the 13th tattoo. It was, I skipped school for it. College. I skipped college, so I made a conscious decision to fuck off $700, but whatever. Yeah, it was a Friday the 13th thing. That's one of my favorite days. I got two of them. I got two tattoos that day, but that was one of them. My piercings. This was my first nose piercing. I pierced it myself in high school. It's on this side of my nose because when my parents drove me to school, I just looked straight and I didn't turn my face. So it was on this side to hide it from my parents. I didn't get caught, but 4 months later. Like, wow, like how did someone get away with that for 4 months? Yeah, I had a whole piercing in my face for 4 months and I got away with it. Until then, whatever, it was already in my face. I couldn't really do anything about it. Yeah, so those are some stories. How to heal after a breakup. I was really taken aback by this question because I was shocked that you guys wanted to know how I felt about how to heal from a breakup. Personally, from my own experience, I have been the breaker-upper, and I've been broken up with. So I think that I deal with them both the same ways. Either way, I'm usually sad at first, so I kind of have to get my feels out. That usually takes like a week or so. I'm over it. Like a couple days of crying, I'm good. But I definitely have to get and initially I have to get my emotions out. I have to literally let it out. As far as like the long term getting over it, I just worry about bettering myself. I have a lot of pride, like even when I'm alone, so I'm not checking for you, like even if I want to, or I'm not checking for you. So I don't check on my exes. I just make money, honestly. Like nothing will really fill that void unless I'm doing some productivity. I have a habit of distracting myself with productivity, and I don't see anything wrong with that after I've already gotten my feels out. It's not like I'm ignoring my feels. I'm just being productive to distract myself from any nonsense. So yeah, that's how I get over a breakup. Let my feels out, don't check for your ex, and be productive. Get shit done. Like nothing, like it, and it could be anything. Like it could be a hobby, it could be a business, it can be your overall health, it can be literally anything, but just focus, be productive. Like put that focus somewhere else other than checking on your ex. So just don't fucking do it, okay? So anyways, next question. Who are your fashion inspirations? This is a good question. So I know you all are expecting me to probably say Rihanna, and I am gonna say Rihanna. That is my mother. That's my mom. Like literally, Rihanna is, yeah, that's my bitch. That's definitely a fashion inspiration. Although I do have some that you guys may not expect me to say. Another one is going to be Princess Diana. I have been a really big fan of Princess Diana since I was a child. Specifically, I would say a fashion inspiration since I was a child. I literally used to look at my mom and be like, you know, I'd see Princess Diana on TV and be like, Mom, can I get that dress? And she would dead ass look me in the eye and say yes. But anyways, yes, Princess Diana, that was one of my fashion inspirations growing up and still to this day. Another fashion inspiration I would say is Lil Uzi. I feel Lil Uzi, like I just feel like he wears whatever he wants, whatever makes him happy, and that's inspiring to me. I mean, I do the same, but like he sauced the fuck up, and it's really cool because like you know, like Uzi was into fashion before he even could afford most of these designer brands, you know what I mean? Like he's been had drip, like real drip. So yeah. Now next question. I want to see your outlook on body modification, implants, nose jobs, lip jobs, etc. My outlook is that I don't have one. It is not my body, and it is not my place to worry about anybody else but myself. I don't see what's wrong with it. I feel like most of the time when people have something wrong with it, it's because they can't afford it, even if they wanted to do it. Like it's just not in their reach. So sometimes people be hating on implants and shit like that. Like that's between you and your doctor. That's how I feel. Like that's not really my place to talk. If you're asking if I would do it, honestly, maybe. Maybe. I feel like my biggest thing is I don't really personally, at this time in my life, I personally don't really have the time to heal. You feel me? Like I got shit to do. But like one day, maybe, yeah, maybe I might do a little BBL or something. You know, I don't have an issue with it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like even for like myself, like my teeth. Like, I think that's a cosmetic thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't like something, fix it. What's the difference? I mean, other than the risk, but that's nobody's business but yours. Like, you consent to that. Like, you signed the papers. You know how high the risk is for you to do these surgeries. And if you want to do that, like, go the fuck ahead. Go ahead. Okay. So, next question. How long have you had braces? Do you have a before? I'm getting older with crooked teeth. So, I have had my braces. It is January right now. I've had them since June. So I've had them for 6 months, give or take, you know, 6 months. I do have before pictures. They're all, I mean, I guess not on Instagram. I don't really smile all the time in my pictures. So, but there's definitely befores. I'm sure I could find some. There was honestly, and I hate when people talk about it, but there wasn't that much wrong with my teeth. I'm just a perfectionist, and it was either that or get veneers, and one of my friends who has veneers convinced me to just do braces instead. But yeah, I've had them for about 6 months. My orthodontist says that I could probably get them off in about 2 months, so less than a year. But yeah, and then another person had asked about another person had said that they were getting some braces and to talk about them because they were nervous. And honestly, it's really not that bad. When I first got them on, everything was cool until the orthodontist put my wire on, and the wire woke my whole game up. That wire hurt so fucking bad. The first time, after getting my braces tightened every time, like it hasn't really affected me that bad as far as like eating goes, but that first time, whoa, like that shit was, whew, I was pissed. I couldn't eat anything, pissed. But yeah, like just get like some soups, some jellos, some apple sauces. I was eating a lot of that those first couple days of me getting my braces on. So make sure you get those first, because once I got out of my appointment, I was really hungry and I was really mad that my teeth hurt so bad. So just make sure, you know, you eat before and have some soups, some jellos, some puddings, whatever on deck, something that's easy, mashed potatoes, grits, whatever, something that's gonna be easy for you to just not have to chew and use your teeth. Next question. So this question is a tough one. Thoughts on having friends who associate with abusers? Question mark. Your abusers or others. As some of you may know, I did have an abuser from a relationship when I was 19. Thoughts on having friends who associate with them? I don't. It was actually just this year that I decided that those people didn't need to be in my life anymore. So that's kind of my stand on it. I'm not friends with people who are friends with abusers. They're abuser enablers. They make it okay for them to walk around and be an abuser. The only reason that someone who claims to be your friend is going to still be friends with your abuser is because they are most of the time victim blamers. Like, they clearly don't take your safety seriously. They don't take abuse seriously. And most of the time, those people have unfortunately also had abuse in their life too. And it's really mind-blowing how they don't take it serious. But you know, there's a lot of abuse in this world, and it's fucked up. It's really fucked up in all shapes and sizes and forms and whatever. But yeah, no, I do not fuck with people who enable abusers by being their friend and trying to be friends with the person that they abused. That's manipulative and ugly as fuck. Like, I'm sorry, like, I don't want anything to do with you. So that's how I feel about that. Next question. Why are you so cute? You know, I don't know. probably like all that time I took beating my face today. Oh wait, the last one, last question. Growing up in the Bay, being a Bay Area woman, how that influenced you. Something about growing up in the Bay, being a Bay Area woman, and how that influenced you. Okay, well, I would love to talk about that. And for some of you who don't know, I was born and raised in San Jose, California, East Side, San Jose. Because it matters. If you're from San Jose, you know it matters. So I'm from the East Side. I went to school on the South Side, lived on the East Side, lived on the South, pretty much most of my life. I moved to San Francisco for college at 18 years old. So I was in San Francisco for about 6-7 years. As far as being influenced, I've been very influenced by my upbringing. I've been very influenced by the location that I've been brought up in. I feel like it gamed me up a lot. There's just certain shit we do in the Bay. Like there's certain things we say, certain music we listen to, certain clothes there's just certain styles that we have that is just our sauce. And I feel like definitely the way I dress and like the cozy but fly, the sneaker culture, like that really influenced me as far as clothing and how I dress, like music I listen to. Yeah, it's definitely influenced me a lot. And I feel like that's what makes me stand out when I go out to other states. Like motherfuckers know, like, oh, she's not from here. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate that about where I'm from. That is gonna wrap it up for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you made it this far, you might as well subscribe and like this video. Leave a comment if you have any questions or if you want to add anything. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys next time. You know what, bitch? Let me close my motherfucking window because I'm not trying to hear everybody driving by. So